I am not surprised. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but I'm not surprised. Denny's got his window net down. I think he's fine.
And that's a good sign to the rescue workers that he is okay.
Watch his car. Watch the back of the car. Ooh, I mean, the whole car just came up off the ground.
That's not payback. That's two drivers racing hard for the win and refusing to lose.
I'd fire both of them if they didn't do that.
The left rear tire's flat. He senses it and lifts real early. So there was some contact or something that has damaged the side skirt on that car, and somehow or another, either the contact or the damage has flattened that left rear tire. He's big hit. The fuel cell doesn't
Sauter with a big run. They're crashing. Christopher Bell upside down.
That hurts, and that thing landed about 6 or 8 times pretty hard.
What about Brandon Brown? He slides through there. Looks like he's going to be credited with a 4th place finish.
I think he might have got in the back of William Byron, and that's what got in the back of the 4 of Christopher Bell and turned him sideways.
Christopher Bell.
3 and 4. They're 3 and almost 4 wide. The 54 is up. You see him slipping and sliding. I don't know if he has a tire down or breaks a toe link, but then right there, the car gets sideways. He corrects and gets into the wall. Ty Gibbs is a very, very talented race car driver. I find this shocking to think there's not a mechanical issue. There's no way at that point in the racetrack that is purely driver error. Something had to be wrong with the 54.
You see the flex of the safer barrier? Oh boy, that was a hard hit.
Man.
Fortunately, at the last second, he was able to get the car turned to the left a little bit.
Daytona. Who's going to get here first? Regan Smith 7, Keselowski 22, Stewart 33, and contact. Smith turned around. Tony Stewart is going to win this race. And a terrible crash coming to the finish.
This is a big wreck.
Kyle Larson's car with the front end severely torn off. He's bailing out of the car.
Wall jutted out like that.
Now see, I think Chase Elliott was already had his hands full prior to that. He was trying to get it gathered up, and then AJ came off his rear bumper and then made contact with him again. Also, Logano went for a heck of a ride there, a couple big impacts.
Keselowski's up in there.
Minor damage for Kevin Harvick.
Side by side with Logano. Oh, Logano kind of gets into the 6 or vice versa, but either way, man, what a hit for the 24.
It was super tight. That is such a funnel through there.
crashing into the wall. Bowman.
Alex Bowman. And you see the right side damage for Bowman.
Hey, Road, hang on a sec here.
And it happens in 3 and 4.
I can't drive the rest of it.
On the razor's edge, these drivers, and maybe just stepped over that edge for Alex Bowman. He was running in the 8th position.
Come on, nobody else coming to you guys.
Watch right here. Car just comes around very fast. You have to imagine there had to have been a tire issue. The right rear tire is down right there. But the way that car come around so quickly here, we'll ride along. I don't know if it's the bump. It looked like the bump upset the car. But
not a fan of this, Rick. I've seen this before. Jeff Gordon and I were here. We had a brake failure. He took that. The 98 just kind of pop out of line and kind of easily go by the 30.
Oh, contact made into the wall hard. Did not clear Sieg and got into the wall with the right front. The 9 of Brandon Jones is sideways. Oh, and a little contact there as well. The 1 of Sam Mayer caught up in this. The 98 was trying to get back up the racetrack. The 39.
Oh, there's contact. Contact maybe with Truex and Elliott. That was the spark.
It is. Truex and Elliott side by side. I don't know if it's contact or just arrow tight, but the 9 of Elliott up the racetrack, not meaning to, catches the 45. Around goes the 45, and as the 45 gets in here, he hops onto the quarter mile and gets upside down. Crazy looking accident for Tyler Reddick in the 45.
That is crazy.
Listen to this.
The 2 got so far out in front of the 6, and then with all the pushing and shoving, when he got to the 2 car, he was going so fast. Right here, boom, and around he goes.
He got there, and he was also kind of moving from right to left. He wasn't, you know, it happened so quick.
Look at the push. But this is what I saw.
That's
the pushing, right. And the 22 was getting pushed by the 21.
Right.
The 21 was getting pushed by the car behind him. It all happened, Dick, because the 2 got out so far. And that got mixed up when they passed the lap car of Gilliland. Yeah. That changed the energy of the pack.
That was a big hit to the left side of the 47. Unbelievable, the 47.
Yeah, Bowman with just a push trying to get to the start-finish line to get the best finish. And the cars get very light in the tri-oval. There's not as much banking there. The cars aren't planted in the racetrack, and a little bit of push. It gets just gets Blaney out of control.
And a huge impact for both the 12 of Blaney, the 1 of Chastain. Watch this and listen.
He chose the he's wrecking. Joey Logano. Hamlin and Logano. And Keselowski is in it.
Boy, it's just scary. Anytime that air gets underneath that car, gets it airborne like that. Thankful to see that car get back on 4 wheels and not have a moving around.
Grabbing the window net there. That's a good sign.
Good sign. Good how it almost peeled that roof back.
Oh, heavy damage to Ricky Stenhouse, who had a fast car today.
Well, we talk about how aggressive some of these guys get at the end of these stages.
So the stage ends under caution. Logano was called in on the
3 to go.
First oval track win. He won it in Finion 96 races ago on the road course.
And who
half a second. And the 99 has turned over Brad Keselowski.
And we have a caution. My goodness.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Keselowski was on track for a 6th place finish.
Boy,
and we're told there was contact between Edwards and Keselowski.
And have we seen that somewhere once before?
Talladega last year and early in this race at lap 41.
A little crossover move here by Carl. Clean here, clean here. Just slight contact. Look at that thing go.
That looked so much like Edwards' turnover at Talladega off the bumper of Keselowski.
It really did, and I'm so wondering and hoping that when they put the spoiler back on these cars, they'll quit turning over like this.
Keselowski's put the window net down.
The roof flaps deployed, but it did not sit that car back down. I'm like you, Darrell. I'm going to be so glad to see that rear spoiler back on these cars.
I think that's
Suarez. Briscoe got into the back of Suarez, and he gets pounded.
Dang it.
Buscher's upside down.
I think he hooked a drain.
And there's the window net released, and Chris Buescher is seen moving inside the car. They separated themselves. A big push coming now for Harvick. And around goes a couple cars. Preece upside down. He's barrel rolling through the grass. Ryan Preece upside down in the infield.
going down the back straightaway. He makes a move or gets help from behind, and the car goes into the infield air. It just lifts right up off the ground. Violent wreck. It's a push from the 43 car, and it's airborne. I mean, I thought that maybe it hit, you know, the road course or some curbing or something on the.
He's off the corner, had to get completely out of the gap. Oh, he's got right rear fire, right rear down. Huge wreck. So Austin as Chastain hit him, turns Chase Elliott around in the wall.
And totals Chase Elliott's car.
Well, you saw it. He had a big time wiggle off of 4. That thing, saw him get out of the gas. The flames came out of both sides. And then Chastain absolutely nails him on the front straightaway, turning into the 9. What a wreck. What a change of events.
Just like that. Chase Elliott had flown up through the field. Now, he says he's okay, and so is Chastain, but those cars are junk.
Well, Kyle Larson, you just said it's the 8.
And again, just a bottle jam. He's on the bottom of the racetrack. 26 trying to slow down. 32 gets in the back of him. Very similar to the wreck we saw before. It just, you know, you're behind all of it. So watch what happens with the 97. Keep your eyes just on him. The 26 behind him of Dean Thompson. So he moves up the racetrack. Dean tries to get underneath him. Contact puts SVG on the bottom. I think Dean Thompson's afraid that SVG is going to come back in front of him. He's starting to check up a little bit, and the guy behind him wasn't.
Shoved around. Like, you know, he has some control, but when you're getting pushed that much, Jeff, you kind of are being steered by the car behind you, and you see it steer him into the left rear quarter panel of the 45 car Reddick. It turns him around. Drivers 2 and 3, Jeff.
Not very well, but let's watch Suarez. Let's see what he is. The bottom car, oh, there's the contact right there. He just was underneath some other cars. They came down on him. Just nothing he could do.
Junior will win at Daytona! And the big one happens behind them.
Oh, my God.
Of Austin Dillon into the catch fence. All the crews getting out to that car to assist these drivers. Thumbs going up from all the crew members, and the crowd roars.
Comes around, back across the field. The big one, part 2 at Daytona.
Yeah, they can't do this.
Stay high. Nice straight. Did anybody hit you there, Kel?
A horrific crash for Kyle Busch, who slid through the infield grass and went head on into the inside wall. And he is climbing from that car, and that is an unbelievable sight. Wow.
Oh, wow.
And right under him, and into the wall goes the 40. Oh, my gosh.
Cole Custer, nowhere to go there. Big fire. He had a big impact. Luckily, seeing him get out of the race car right now, because that was a big issue, I believe, here, or maybe not.
His hood's still
not
up.
yet.
Somebody checked up right there.
McDowell checks up. Truex gets into him, and he's slowing down, and here comes Cole Custer through to the inside. Nowhere to go. Has no idea. Martin Truex Jr.'s had damage. Now that right, thank goodness.
Allmendinger being pushed by Jeremy Clemens, and wow. All 4 tires off the ground with that impact. That's a huge hit.
9 back to the right. AJ kind of goes down the track below the yellow line, and as he drives across the back bumper of that car, it spins that 9 out. There's nothing you can do as the lead car when the car pushing you is moving.
That is not good. There's 4 wide. I knew it would happen. Truck's not stable, and it's going to send Gilliland around, and big wreck. That is big damage to Gilliland and Stuart Friesen. And that's just 4 wide, Jamie. Tate Fogelman in the 12 took big.
He hang on, no. Contact, 4th caution of the night. Deegan got just a piece of that as she tried
Left
to
front,
drive
we
down
got
to the
down the grass, that's
inside.
our only.
A lot of damage. A lot of damage to the left front of Zane's truck.
Whoa! Whoa! Berry's gone, and he goes up and over. Huge hit for Josh Berry. Eric Jones is involved. There's Austin Cindric. That was wild. There we go. Now the AMR safety team.
Wanted to figure out what went wrong there. Let's take a look.
Oh boy. My goodness.
Oh, and I'm sure Kyle was coming over to apologize.
Some sort of mechanical issue on the 5 car for him. Look at that. He is flying when he comes in there.
So I heard him say, I have a pedal, which looking back now, maybe he didn't have brakes and now he does have brakes. That's the one thing that seems to make sense. And to your point, that is why he went over to talk to Ty Dillon.
I'd say we're lucky that wasn't worse than it was. I mean,
8 cars.
4 wide. Yeah, 4 wide. When Moffitt made it 4 wide, then like Mayer may have looking for some
hit.
Yeah, looking for some racing room. I can't tell who that black and pink car is.
That's exactly right. That's the one that there was contact. The 02 made it 4 wide.
And is on the speedway. Yeah, I'd be wondering if he had a tire rub or something. Pretty hard hit right there.
Well, that's a fast section of this racetrack. You just don't, you take it for granted.
Cameron lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, left rear's probably down.
Jordan Anderson hard into Nemechek. And it was big contact for both Jordan in that 3 truck and John Hunter in the 4.
A lot going on those.
Plan or commit to running as long as they can, but these guys
the wreck
trouble
here,
turn
guys.
3. It's Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones.
Oh my goodness.
That's exactly what happened. You couldn't do that. They were single file.
Yeah, the air cleaner is completely off of Eric Jones's car.
Now, this is the group, the Toyota group, guys. They were single file driving off, as Kevin was talking about, getting into turn 3.
What in the world?
Denny Hamlin is in it, down in the apron. Oh, and John Hunter Nemechek as well. So that is half or more of the.
Going by Noah, a little bit of contact on with the right front fender. Car turned sideways and just flipped in the air. That is, quite honestly, that's just not acceptable. There's no way that a car, when it turns like that, should get up in the air that easily. There has been millions of dollars and hours of time spent to prevent that from happening. That's going to catch everybody by surprise.
And you see right there, slide, that gives you a great view of the whole underbody we talk about, the underwing, everything that people talk about for damage. And then here it catches the grass and a couple pretty violent tumbles. I mean, you said it, Rick, 3,000 pounds. It looks like a...
Whoa, guys, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
He hit that wall a ton.
Oh my gosh.
So y'all probably
Helped him, didn't he? 3 and 4 is going to be wild. He's got big damage. I told you.
Oh, and around they go. Pulsavar is around and the caution is out.